Hey, Karen, if you're there, pick up. I just saw that brochure on the kitchen table. That one about the Hawaii trip. What's with that?
Excuse me?
Don't play dumb, Karen. It was on the kitchen table this morning. Why did you even pick that up? Did you stop by the travel agency just to get that?
So that means you went into our house without permission. I told you to give me advance notice if you're coming over. How many times do I have to keep telling you? Even if you're my mother-in-law, it doesn't give you the right to just walk in.
Oh, please don't start. Besides, I want to know about this brochure for this Hawaii trip. I want an answer right this minute. What is this?
It's nothing, it's just a brochure. I was shopping downtown and happened to pass by a travel agency and picked up one of their brochures out front. Actually, I didn't even realize it was Hawaii until later. The brochure looked nice is all.
Are you planning on going to Hawaii on vacation? Is that it? We have no plans for any kind of vacation. Then why did you go out of your way to get this brochure? And you leave it on the kitchen table for all to see? You knew I would see it. Are you poking fun at me or something?
Pardon me? I just left it on the table when I came home. You're the one who came into the house without permission. Besides, what's it to you if I grab a brochure or not? Just leave me alone, would you please? Don't freak out just because I picked up a brochure.
It's your fault, Karen. You should have thought about that before bringing such a thing home.
Like I said, Mother, please don't come into our house without permission. Then you would have never seen the brochure. Sheesh.
Don't you dare talk back to me. I'm going to confiscate this brochure if you don't mind. From now on, I will not allow you to bring home such brochures or magazines.
Keep the brochure. I don't care what you do with it.
Hey, Karen. Where'd that brochure for Hawaii go? I saw it on the kitchen table this morning. I was going to look through it later.
Oh, hey, Bob. You're pretty early today. Yeah, the brochure. Your mom confiscated it.
Excuse me? She confiscated it?
Yeah, it seems she got into the house without permission again.
What? Are you serious? I thought I took the extra key from her way back.
I bet you anything that she somehow got hold of Dad's extra key.
Yeah, that's probably it. I better warn Dad about that later on.
Yeah, please do.
I can't believe my mom. Man, I'm glad you left all our important papers at your parents' place and not here. I don't even want to imagine what she would do with them. Dad and I were always worrying what Mom would do next, but I never imagined she would come into our house without permission after warning her countless times.
But she feels that if it's her son's house, it's hers as well.
Yeah, I could just see her saying exactly that. I was hoping we wouldn't have to go ahead with our plans, but maybe I should talk to Dad and get things moving.
Oh yeah? Well, if you do, let me know ASAP, because I have to give my company some advance notice.
Oh yeah, for sure. Are you on your way home?
Yeah, should be home like 30 minutes or so.
Alright. I'll cook up some supper. I was a bit late today too, so nothing special. I heat up some pasta, a little wine perhaps.
Sounds good. Can't wait to see you soon.
Hey, Karen, I got the okay from Dad.
Oh, yeah, roger that.
I need a favor from you, Karen.
Okay, what is it?
Remember the issue about the brochure? You know, when Mom was all worked up over that thing? I think it was a month or so ago.
Yeah, how can I forget? She freaked out over that thing. I told her I just picked it up and we had no plans for a vacation, but she went ballistic and confiscated the darn thing. I couldn't understand why she would go so far.
About that Hawaii trip. Would you mind making plane reservations for that vacation?
Pardon me? Are you saying we're really going to Hawaii?
Yeah, that's right. I figured it would be useful to mislead her. You know, as a part of our little scheme.
What do you mean by misled? Oh, wait, I get it. because it's Hawaii, huh? You got it. You know it's in Hawaii.
We'll get her to go there herself.
Roger that. Make sure to text me when things really start moving. Got it?
You got it!
I knew it! You guys are planning to go on that Hawaii trip. I just knew. You can't fool me. This will not do. I won't be left behind. How could you go on vacation without me? No way that's happening.
Mother, how could you? My plane ticket? I was just about to go into the terminal when you grabbed the ticket out of my hand and boarded the plane. How could you?
Looks like they were already closing the doors. We're about to take off. Hawaii, here I come. I arrived at the terminal right when you were standing up to board the plane. Lucky me, you were the last to board. I can't wait to get to Hawaii. I'll have fun on your behalf. See ya.
But...
Oh, wow. Business class. You really know how to splurge. It's a 6-hour flight, so it's going to be comfortable with these wide seats. And the service is going to be wonderful. Hope they serve beef. Maybe I'll have some red wine with that. LOL.
I was going to change my ticket to economy after talking with Bob. He thought it was a little overpriced. I was on my way to talk to the girl at the counter when you showed up out of nowhere. I was going to switch to the evening flight.
Huh? Wait, what?
It's your mom. She snatched my plane ticket from me just as I was going to the counter to get a refund. She then ran right through the boarding gate and onto the plane. I didn't have time to downgrade the ticket and get a refund.
Seriously? Alright then. Just cancel and get a refund for Dad and my tickets then.
Way ahead of you. Did it as soon as I realized what was happening.
Good thinking. She'll get there and realize that she's all alone and we'll end up spending a fortune. Won't have any money left to get back. But then again, that's the plan. It'll give us time to check out our new place up north in Maine. I always wanted to live there.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I arrived at Honolulu, but nobody is here. Figured I would check in at the hotel and maybe relax at the beach tomorrow.
Oh, so you're okay being alone then?
Well, Hawaii is like any other state. Everyone speaks English, no problem.
Yeah, I suppose so.
By the way, you made reservations at the Sheraton at Waikiki, right? Reservations are in your name, right?
How do you know that?
I know that Bob and his father are checking in later today, too. I heard you guys talking about it and saw the reservation after reading your email.
That means you went into our house without permission and scrounged through our stuff again. You even looked through my email.
Well, that's because you guys were sneaking around behind my back. That's why I knew you'd be at the airport this morning. I caught you right at the opportune time, snatched that ticket, and hopped on the plane.
Yeah, I was just going to the counter to talk to the attendant.
Yeah, sorry, I had to do it. I had to teach you a lesson. Anyway, you're just a housewife. You don't deserve a nice trip like this. I suggest you stay home and look after the house.
Look after the house. Huh, yeah, whatever. But I have to say, I was a little doubtful that you would actually snatch the ticket from me, but it worked.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
Your husband has been married to you for like 20 years, and he was sure it would work. Guess he can read you like a book. I told him it would never work, but I guess I was wrong.
What the hell are you talking about, Karen?
Have fun in Hawaii.
Karen, what are you talking about?
We're headed up to Maine in a few days. We rented a cottage on the lake. Beautiful spot.
When I got to the hotel and went for dinner, my brother was there sitting at the table. What's going on?
Hey, Mom. You there?
Brad, where have you been? I thought you were coming here with your father, but I find my brother here? You know we don't get along. Did you know about this? I haven't seen my brother in years. He says he lives here, runs some gift shop over on the other side of the island.
Yeah, of course I knew about it. That's why we tricked you into going there.
Excuse me? You tricked me into coming here?
Mom, what is it that you get out of mistreating Karen all the time? Do you enjoy it?
Huh? What do you mean?
You did the same thing to your son Jim about 4 years ago. Remember when Jim planned that honeymoon with his new bride? You swiped her ticket and insisted that you would go with your son. I remember you saying that such a trick was too good for her, that you would go on her behalf. I mean, come on, Mom. Seriously? Wasn't that the reason Jim wanted nothing to do with you? Isn't that why he moved away? Bet you don't even know where he lives now.
But I was only trying to...
Anyway, Dad knew how you would react and set up this little scheme, and it worked like a charm.
Wait, excuse me. This was all a scheme of some kind?
Yeah, it was a hassle, but it worked out. From this day forward, we, Dad included, have cut family ties with you.
But why? Why, Brad?
Because you treat Karen, my wife, with total disdain, as if she were a maid.
But I was trying to teach her to be a good wife is all.
Yeah, by throwing out her cooking, or purposely messing up the room and demanding that she clean it up. There were countless incidents I could point to, but it would take all day, and I don't have time for that. Did you really think that Dad and I didn't notice? Jim left because of how you treated his wife. Didn't you learn your lesson? We were worried that would escalate so far that maybe someone would get hurt. That's how concerned we were. Well, we contacted your brother, Uncle Bruce, and we explained the whole thing to him. He agreed to take you in. So, that's how you ended up there.
No, please, I can't stay here. Not with Bruce. You know I don't get along with him. I never wanted to see him again. I didn't even know where he lived. I hadn't seen him in years.
That's why we asked him to take care of you from now on, and he agreed.
No, that can't be right.
Bruce is a real disciplinarian. He's one tough cookie. Runs his own business, has numerous employees. This will be good for you, Mom. You need a little discipline in your life. A little taste of your own medicine. He's actually quite excited about finally teaching his little sister proper manners.
No, this can't be.
We also took this opportunity to move out. This will probably be the last time we talk. Goodbye, Mother. It was nice knowing you.
Brad, you can't do this. You're my son.
I heard later she was taken to her brother's place on the other side of the island and set up in a small dormitory. The next day, my Uncle Bruce got her started as a store clerk greeting tourists. But as you can imagine, she wasn't actually good at her job. I heard she tried escaping several times, possibly trying to catch a plane back to the mainland, but without any real money, she wasn't able to get very far. Uncle Bruce picked her up, wandering down Waikiki Boulevard. I think she's finally come to the realization that she'll just have to make the best of it. Actually, living in Hawaii doesn't sound that bad.
Hi, Shelly. It's been far too long. Have you been doing all right for yourself?
Huh? I'm sorry, but who am I speaking to right now? It appears that I never saved your phone number if I do happen to know you, so I apologize. Are you someone that I'm related to through work?
Not at all. It's me. It's your mom.
What? Mom, did you end up changing your number?
What are you talking about, Shelly? I don't think I even had a phone back in the day, so I never even had a phone number. It really has been a long time since the last time we saw one another, right? 20 years ago or something close to that.
Huh?
By this point, you should be turning 30 here soon, or are already 30, right?
No, actually I'm only 25 years old. Wait, are you the one from over 20 years ago that left me and Dad?
Left you? That's not something you should be saying about someone doing to anyone, okay? I never meant to leave you guys back then anyway. I had a lot of problems causing me trouble back in those days, and that's why I had to leave the house for a while.
Are you sure? Are you really Brenda?
What is up with you, Shelly? Why would you call your own mother by her first name like that? You can call me Mom, just like you called me all those years ago.
No, wait a second. What? Why would I ever call you my mom now? From what I remember and from what I've been told, you left Dad and I 20 years ago because you had a massive amount of debt, and you left Dad with it all to pay it off. You think I'd call someone that did that to my dad Mom? Why the heck are you even talking to me now anyway? You haven't even contacted me whatsoever for the past 2 decades, so why now of all times have you decided to come out of hiding? And before you answer that, tell me how the heck you even found my phone number in the first place?
Well, I came back to town and asked one of your old-time friends about you and how to contact you. And they even told me that you're married right now as well. Congratulations! I'm so proud of you, Shelly. And I feel so proud to have a daughter like you.
Ah, so that's what this is all about then. So that's the reason why after 20-odd years you're coming back out and trying to get in touch with me again. I'm sure you heard all about the man I married, right?
Well, to be honest, anyone would want to get back in touch with their daughter, having heard that she got married to a CEO. Really, I need to make sure that I hold on to you more closely now. Thank God I have someone like you around for me still.
Why are you acting like I'd even want anything to do with you now? How does me getting married to my husband have anything to do with you coming back to me? I'm so thrilled to see that you're happy to be in touch with me, but that feeling is not mutual. So please leave me alone forever now.
What are you talking about, Shelly? How's about you and I start living together?
Excuse me?
I'm sure you really are thrilled to finally be hearing from your mom after 20 years, right? And for the past 20 years, I've really been begging to see you again. But I never had the chance to go out and see what kind of beautiful woman you were turning into until recently. I'm sure the reason you landed a successful man like that is because you were raised by a hottie like me and have turned out as my twin. I'm sure if you looked like your dad, you'd be a total train wreck right about now.
Stop that! Don't you dare say anything more about my dad in that way. It's because of you and your selfish behavior that Dad was forced to have to pay off so much of your debt. And I'm sure you never even thought about that back then.
And let me tell you this, Shelly. He wasn't the only one that had to go through a lot of hardships like that. I myself had a lot of problems that caused me all sorts of headaches, so stop acting like he was the only one. But listen, back then I was young and I had no other choice than to leave the house for a while. And now that I'm getting close to being in my 50s, it's time for me to settle back down and be with my family again. And that's why you should be fine with me coming to live with you, right?
No freaking thank you.
Why not? I'm asking you in the most politest way I know how.
This isn't about the way you're asking me or anything like that. I just don't want you back in my life. I don't even think of you as my family. So there's no way you're coming to live in my house. And if you continue to beg me to let you come, saying that you want to see me so badly, I'm going to block you.
Is it really necessary for you to be so cold to your own mother? And what is this about you not thinking of me as your mother anymore?
That means that you're not my mom. And you never ever will be. I'm not even sure why you decided it was a good idea to contact me like this without at least thinking about how I'd respond to you first. But you're seriously getting on my nerves.
Are you kidding me, Shelly? I finally came around to gathering the confidence to contact you after so many long and hard years, and this is how you're going to act? Well, if this is really how you're going to treat me, then maybe I was better off never contacting you.
You're exactly right. You should have never bothered. And what's this about needing confidence anyway? Were you afraid I'd be upset with you? Because you were right to be afraid of that outcome.
No, it's just that the only reason I haven't been speaking to you at all for so long is because I never had the confidence to reach back out to you. But you have to trust me when I say that this whole time I've been thinking about you. And this time I finally thought, after sending you the first message, that this would be my chance to meet you again. Why are you giving me the cold shoulder, Shelly? You're supposed to be my daughter.
Do you think by telling me something like that about yourself, you're going to get me to feel moved by it?
What is wrong with you? You are seriously being way too rude to your own mother.
Are you sure that I'm the one being rude to you? I wasn't the one that left her 5-year-old daughter and husband while in major debt and never coming back even after a decade had passed. Now, you can stop trying to talk with me. I'm totally okay with you just leaving me alone now.
I want the two of us to become family again and rekindle what we had so long ago.
Rekindle what we had? You do realize we aren't a couple or anything, right?
When I tried getting in touch with your father, he never bothered to even respond to me. I was being so kind and everything to him when saying that I'd love to be back in the same home with him. But he never sent me a reply or even read my message to him.
I'm sure in his case he didn't want to read what you'd sent to him and has already blocked your number by now. My dad is a very cutthroat person after all.
I'm getting tired of going on about this, Shelly. Now let me come and live with you again. And please take great care of me as well. So you'd better be willing to pay back the favor.
Thank you so much for giving birth to me. There you go. I just said thank you for your hard work. Can we seriously be done here now?
What the heck is that? Let me come and live with you right now.
Can you please stop trying to force your way back into my life just so that you can have my money? You just asked me to take great care of you. In other words, you only want to be around me for my money, right?
Well, when you put it that way, I suppose so. Well, you already know what I want from you, so I'll be there soon to start living with you again. Please and thank you. And if you don't tell me your address soon, I'll just look it up or something. It's not that hard of a piece of information to find these days.
Huh? You really think it's a great idea to take things that far?
And if I have to pay someone to find you for me, I'll make sure you pay me for that fee when I arrive.
I've had enough of this, Brenda. Stop trying to act like things will turn out your way after trying all of that with me. What right do you even think you still have to be saying things like that to me? Seriously? You are nothing to me now besides a complete stranger. And even strangers know not to say things like that.
I am your mother, and that's why I'm talking to you this way. As far as I can tell, the man you've married seems to have the kind of money to help his mother-in-law get back on her feet and live a happy and fun life. So you can see now there's no other option besides letting me come live with you, right? You happened to land yourself a CEO for a husband? That's pretty dang amazing, considering how ugly you are. But I'm going to rekindle the love we had back in the day, so let me come and live with you in that house of yours right now.
Well, if you really want to talk about who my mother is, then you can talk with her about it, since she's sitting right next to me.
Huh?
Are you going to shut the hell up now after realizing that you aren't my mom anymore? Right now I'm living with my mom, and she is most definitely not someone like you. So what the actual frick are you going on about by saying you're my mom and everything?
Your mom? That woman is anything but your mom, Shelly. I'm not sure whether your dad got remarried or something else to force a woman like that into your life, but the only mother you have right now is me. So you treat me like your mother again and let me come live there with you.
No way.
Huh?
After you ran away and left us with your debt, Dad was able to find another woman to marry who took us both in as her own. And to me, she is my real mother, not you. I am thankful that you went through the hardship of giving birth to me, but besides that, you mean nothing more to me than any other stranger. Actually, I take that back. You mean less to me than most strangers.
And what do you mean she's with you right now? Are you actually letting her live with you?
I already told you that we're living in the same house together, but I guess you didn't bother reading that. She just moved in with us last week, and from here on out, she'll be staying with us forever. However, it doesn't really feel that way since my husband was able to build her own sub-house on the property. So really, she's living with us, but in a separate building. It's just nice having her live close to us, though, so that we know she's safe and can reach out to us whenever she needs anything. The whole family is all living together now, and all happy about it.
Is it really necessary for you to be so cold to your own mother? What the hell do you think you're saying to me?
What's wrong? Why are you getting so upset with me now after hearing something like that? Aren't you supposed to be all happy to see that I'm doing well? Or perhaps you're upset because you can't be here with all of us.
Stop saying things like that. I have every right to be upset about something like this. And I'm sure anyone else in my shoes would be as well. I'm supposed to be your mother, but you keep talking about that other woman as though she's your mom.
Really? I've told you multiple times now that you are not my mother and never will be, right? You haven't even seen me for the past 20 years now. So who the hell are you even? That's what I feel like asking you because I seriously have no clue about who you are or why you think it's okay to be talking to me like this. I bet if we met, I still wouldn't even be able to identify who you are.
Why do you keep talking more and more like that to me? I haven't even done anything wrong, yet you want to get the law involved?
Recently, you've been sending him a lot of emails threatening him, right?
What? Threatening him? All I've been doing recently is try and get a hold of him after 20 years have passed.
Just know that if you do anything more to us after today, my dad is going to have to act and make sure you never are seen by us again. There is literally nothing else you can do now. So just stop already. You're the idiot that decided to throw away your family 2 decades ago, so you have to live with that choice now. I don't care about the life you have to live now, but it has nothing to do with us here. Now go find somewhere else to rot away, because it won't be around us, you dying dog. After that, the desperate and anxious Brenda looked frantically for Shelly's house, and when she found it, she started to make her way over there. However, when she arrived at the gated community, she was met by security, who took her into their office. And while stuck with security, the police were called and came in to fill out a report on her. She may have left my dad with a lot of debt back when she ran away from us, but it seems as though she had even more debt now after 20 years of being on the road. And it's entirely safe to say that her life is over with now. From now on, she'll no longer be able to bother Shelly and her family, as a restraining order has been placed on her. And as for all that debt she still has, the bank in law will be handling that part. And I have to say, when it comes to a crazy idiot like her, it's probably the best option having the law take her away. When it comes down to her, I really am thankful that she gave birth to me. But every second after my birth, I have to say that I've hated her and will never forget what she did to my dad and I.